Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of Rate K, I'm gonna be reacting to SF9's most recent comeback, as far as I know, called Teardrop. And yes, I know it's been like 3 months too late to react to this, but just like last year, I got pretty overwhelmed with the amount of releases this year, and I also was busy with a job during the summer, so I just didn't have the time in general to sit down and record as much as I usually do. But now I'm finally sitting down and trying to get through all the K-pop songs that I haven't reacted to yet that have been released during the summer, and this is the next song in line. And I am actually pretty excited to check this song out and hoping that I'm going to like it. I did enjoy seeing SF9 on Kingdom. That was really great. I really liked him. Um, and I'm a fan of SF9, but their music has been somewhat of a hit or miss for me. Not necessarily in terms of the quality of the songs, but in terms of whether I personally enjoy them and whether I listen to them that much. Because like from their earliest around debut era songs, I only liked the song Easy Love. The other ones were not really that great in my opinion. Afterwards, I really fell in love with O Sole Mio and Mamma Mia, but then afterwards they kind of switched it up again. And since those two songs, the only other song of theirs that I distinctly remember really liking was Enough. And no other song really has managed to appeal to me, at least from my memory. Maybe there is someone, maybe I'm just forgetting it, but at this point in time, I don't know. That's the only song that I can think of. So I'm hoping that maybe this song is going to be another to add to my SF9 favorite songs. Especially because with a title like Teardrop, I assume it's going to be an emotional song, and I'm a sucker for emotional songs as long as they're powerful and not just boring slogs or ballads. So yeah, there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I don't want to judge it too early, but I think it's pretty safe that I'm not loving it as much as I did for Enough. But it's definitely not a bad song. Okay, that chorus is actually kind of interesting, but I do really feel like it's kind of forced a little bit. But I'm gonna talk about it more once I'm done with the first reaction. At least this song actually shows their vocals really well. I appreciate that at least. But that chorus, I really have some serious issues with it. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Okay, that emotional part here was really good. I really liked it. There was a glimpse of what the song could have been. And it does make me a little mad that it's not that, but... Like, this song could have been something like Monster X's Beautiful. But sadly, it's not. And yeah, that is not to say that the song is bad or anything, because I don't think it is, but I just don't understand why does every group feel the need to do a bass-based drop chorus in songs that don't fucking need it. Like, this is not the kind of song that needs this kind of chorus that you would otherwise hear in a noise song. So why include it, goddammit? In my opinion, it kind of ruins the song. And you want another case of a song that is ruined by including this kind of like a bass-based instrumental in the background? Pixie's Wings, I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly. No, it wasn't Pixie's Wings. I think it was Pixies Let Me Know. Am I confusing it? Give me a second to check. Yeah, it is Pixies Let Me Know. It's a really good song if you exclude the stupid noise music type of instrumental in the chorus, because that kind of ruins the song. And for me, for this chorus, it's kind of the same, although not to the same extent, because I feel like that instrumental at least is kind of tried to be blended with the rest of the song, because it's not just that instrumental for the chorus, but they also have the members sing hoo 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 hoo, which kind of makes it a little better, and it somewhat works, but it's still not great overall. And yeah, I know that, like I said right off the bat, this song is not what I would have liked to hear from them, and not as good as I hoped it was going to be. But I feel like they still could have done it better than what they did. I still feel like it lacks a little bit of emotion to it. There was only like one part of it that I really kind of got hit by the emotion. And that's kind of shame, because I feel like this should have been something like, as I said, Monster X is Beautiful, which is very emotional and powerful in that regard, even though it's not necessarily a sad song. Although, I don't know, I haven't really checked out the lyrics. Or something like BTS's Fake Love. This is what this should have been, but it's not. And I don't know why, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Before I sat down to record this reaction, I read some comments for the previous video that I did, in which I reacted to NCT's most recent song Sticker. And I read a bunch of comments about it on Reddit, and somebody mentioned that ever since COVID hit, K-pop songs haven't been hitting the same. And now that I think about it, it is kind of true. Like, a lot of songs just haven't been really as good, and I feel like this one might be another case of that. And I don't know why. Like, it's not like I wanted to hate it, and I don't think it's a bad song, but I don't know. We're still gonna give it one more listen before I say my final thoughts, so maybe I'm gonna be more into it, but I doubt it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Like, right off the bat, with this kind of instrumental that it starts off with, it already doesn't really scream that emotional or a song with a lot of depth. It feels kind of, I don't know, it's kind of predictable and maybe generic. Honestly, that instrumental kind of reminds me of some different songs. And don't get me wrong, the members are killing it with their actual parts. Their vocals are really good, but the instrumental is dog shit. Yeah, when I'm focusing on the actual vocals, it's really fucking good. It's really funny to me how this song has the exact opposite problem of the last song which I checked out, which was NCT's Sticker. That song had the problem of not having enough instrumental, while this song has the problem of having too much instrumental, or at least instrumental that doesn't fit the song. But yeah, if you actually focus on the vocals, it is really fucking good. This is a really good shot. And the chorus, as bothersome as it is, it works. I'm still gonna say it works for the most part. I don't love it, but it works. Man, it's such a shame when there's such great potential to many songs, and they're not as good as they could be. Like, the vocals are so fucking good. I've never even really focused on SF9 for their vocals that much, but they're really good, and the rapping as well. Like, everything that the members do is really good. It's the instrumental that is dog shit. So I think overall I actually liked it. But they should fire whoever made the instrumental part and not let them make music for them anymore. Because I'm sorry, but that instrumental is pretty bad. But yeah, gotta say, my opinion actually changed on this song a little bit. I actually kind of like it. But again, it's mainly for the vocals. The instrumentals, not great. It's just not great. I'm sorry, but it's not great. And it's a shame, because it's not like I wanted to hate the song or anything. I don't sit down and do these reactions because I want to hate on songs. I want to like them, but at the end of the day, I'm also going to be sharing my fair thoughts. And my real thoughts on this song is that it's just not as good as it could have been. The members are killing it, but the producers are not. And I don't know why. Do they not want to put the actual effort because we're still in COVID time? So why should they put more effort in the songs? Is it because they genuinely believe that this is a good instrumental that makes for a really good song? I don't know. And don't get me wrong, if you like this song just fine the way it is, that's completely okay. Knock yourself out. Enjoy the song however much you want. But I'm sharing my opinion here, and this is my opinion. So in terms of a rating, if the instrumental was better, I would give it, I mean, it's a very similar case to the last song, so you shouldn't be surprised by the ratings. But if the instrumental was better, I would give it a 9 out of 10. With the way it is, I am actually going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. Because the vocals are actually kind of mind-blowingly good. In my opinion, at least, even. I really like them. I really do like the vocals and the rapping. I think they actually really work, but they should change the instrumental. Because it's not good. They should have had a different instrumental, because it just doesn't fit. And even the part that fits, which is the chorus, like, it kind of works. It's still not great. It's just like too cheap and generic of an instrumental for what should have been a really emotional and soulful song with a lot of depth. Yeah, I don't know. But before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently one and only Patreon on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. If you want to join that person in supporting me, like I said, you can go down in the description below and click on the links to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly. which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!